push back. Oh. Don't push back. Oh. Don't push back. Oh. Don't push back. Don't push back. Oh. Don't push back. Oh. Don't push back. Don't push back. Conscience under my toxic love. Look how you make me happy. You take a hold of me. You take a hold of me. I wish I could give you up, but you're my new favorite drug. Enter into my blood, run with my toxic love. Look how you make me happy. You take a hold of me. You take a hold of me. You take a hold of me. Look how you make me.
Are sometimes $500,000 cheaper than any other house in town if you want to buy one. They all come with two hidden benefits. One, you get your own personal fitness plan.
You gotta pay part of our trip.
Two, all these houses do typically come fully furnished. The only catch is it's with stinky old gold miners furniture from 140 years ago. Think about it. If you want to get rid of an old fridge, the only option that doesn't involve spending $5 grand and hiring a helicopter to airlift it out of your house, you got to have a buddy come down below, yell at everybody, move your car, get out of the way, push your fridge right up to the edge and just tip it on over, coming all the way down, rolling to the bottom. It's crazy, man. It's I don't understand how people live up there.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing. You're all set.
starts to break, I start to sing to myself and gauge how I feel. I put my clothes on, and still more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid, be one with water, be one with air. Preparing myself for the adventure, for the purpose of music, for the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day. I let my vocals carry me to the next moment.
Fishing, its environmental conditions. Now, the effects of global warming are beginning to really insert themselves in the whole matrix of catch and regulation. All bets are off. And a lot of fishermen are scared, and I don't blame them. There's nothing wrong with making a living in the sea, but 70-80% of the world's fisheries are in the point of collapse.
Remember hearing statistics like that, something like of the total big fish in the ocean,
Yeah.
something like, 3/4 are gone.
Yeah, and that's true. And it's just, and they move on to the next species, which maybe prior hadn't been that desirable. They did that with pollock, a type of North Pacific cod out in the Bering Sea. Well, when the number of fisheries collapsed, they moved on to cod fishery, and then it collapsed. So it's sort of literally the catch of the day, and it's bad management. Alaska, to its credit, really regulates its salmon fishery. And BC, here a few years ago, completely did away with its commercial fisheries. It had a buyback and bought back most of the commercial boats, the drum seiners and the gill netters.
Yeah.
And they did what Scotland does with Atlantic salmon, was turn it into an exclusive sport, which is very low impact and which brings in almost just as much money.
Interesting. Huh?
Yeah.
The purpose is so
They're very creative, and the Scots made it work with Atlantic salmon, and they were talking native stock, not artificial, not fish farms or even hatchery fish. These were native stock. You know the musician Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson, rocker in the '60s. Well, he bought.
You're too young for that. I know.
I'm dating myself.
You are dating.
But he got really into salmon fisheries, and he started an aquaculture business in Scotland, I think on the Isle of Skye. And native only, native stock, no artificial propagation. And it really is a hobby to him.
Yeah.
He was a rich guy, a rich rock and roller. But he made it work, and it became a model for starting other small-scale fish rehabilitation programs, where state programs tend to cater again to the big commercial interests. So they lean a lot on artificial propagation, on hatcheries, which suck, which are a horrible way to manage fisheries. Hatcheries are really bad for the environment. Very bad.
Why are they bad?
Very bad. They create robo-fish, so there's no genetic diversity in the fish that they're propagating.
Yeah.
They take a female,
Yeah.
put her eggs in a bucket, they take a male, they split them open and squeeze the sperm into the bucket, mix it by hand, and you got robo-fish. No diversity. Who did the selecting? Nature? No. Some hatchery tech with a BA in biology. And then they release those in too large numbers into the environment.
Yeah.
They mix with wild stock, so they bring the genetic pool for the wild stock down. They degrade that. They eat The food
Yeah.
that the wild stock need. They take up breeding areas and spawning streams that wild stock need. It is the least desirable way to try and manage fisheries hatcheries. And that's been proven with the study in 1996. The American Academy of Sciences did a study called Upstream. It was on Pacific salmon. And the chapter on hatcheries is an indictment against hatcheries. And it's all science. It's really dry reading. It's not very interesting. But if you read it, you read between the lines, hatcheries should be the least and the last resort for managing fisheries, salmon fisheries. There is a need for them sometimes where there's an extinct stream that needs new seed stock. And fish don't come up there anymore, but that's rare. Fish almost always, they're never completely wiped out. They will come back to our native stream. But yeah, it's really, I'm interested in it, and the science is out there, but it's not something that grabs a lot of people's attention. And when I tell them these things in my sensational fashion, my passionate fashion, it's like, wow, I never knew that. I give them the sources, like Upstream. You can get it. I've seen it in used bookstores for $10. I paid $60 for mine, brand new, for my graduate work, and it was a good investment.
When the fishermen move on to the next species, like the pollock example, do you find that the market adapts? Like, do people start eating more pollock when they weren't eating it before?
Not that I've seen,
Okay.
to tell you the
So
truth.
they're taking a gamble.
It's about greed.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wish I could say differently.
Yeah.
These are the guys who go out and shoot seals and otters because they think they're taking their fish, like they own everything in the water. This is the mentality.
Yeah.
And unless they're regulated, when no one's looking, those guys are out there popping anything that they think is competing with their right to take as much fish as they want. They're very entitled, and this is what I have no patience for with these guys.
Reminds me of those ranchers from like 10 years ago who would occupy parks, national parks, but we're entitled to graze our cattle on the national parks, pay for it, deal with
Same
it,
with these
subsidize
guys.
us.
Exactly. Those yahoos who didn't pay any taxes and felt somehow the government, that a commons owed them the living. Those public lands.
Yeah.
They needed to pay their pasturage fees, just like everybody else. But no, they're these yahoos, these cowboys. I was raised in cattle country in Nevada. I know those types.
Yeah.
My cousin is a cowboy, and I used to hear it all the time. Well, government says we can't even go up and graze our cattle. It's not your land.
Yeah.
It's public land.
Yeah.
Pay your grazing fee. Pay your pasturage.
Yeah. Like
It's
everyone else does
minimal
with all their
anyway. It's
businesses.
very
Yeah.
small. But they just don't think they owe anything to anybody. It's American individualism that is so freaking toxic. So freaking toxic to the commons, to the things that belong to all of us. The air, the water, the forest, the trees, the grass. I believe in the commons. We wouldn't have it if it weren't for the government safeguarding it. We wouldn't have it. If it went private, there'd be oil derricks on all of it. There'd be a Marriott or God knows, a tin refinery.
Not yet. I think he said it's going to be about another hour.
Alaskans are the worst, to tell you the truth. They're boomers. Because the place is so big and there are so few people, they've got this Western mentality that it's all boundless. It goes on forever. We'll never use it up. We'll never cut all the trees. I can point you out a clear cut coming up here at Hobart Bay, around the corner of this point. It's just mountainside, it's cut off.
The state has a sovereign wealth fund that mostly makes money from extractive permit selling.
Yeah, well,
Pays a dividend, $1,000 or whatever.
it's not.
For rent.
And then they turn around and they deduct the cost of punching in roads, logging roads.
Yeah.
They deduct that from taxes, and they almost, they were paying $60 million a year in the Tongass for roads that were being punched into national forest areas. The worst, now Admiralty has been fairly protected as a national monument. That's this island, but further down, it'll be night, but we'll be able to see it in the morning. We go down and around and then down clear and straight. Prince of Wales Island will be off our starboard side, and it's the third largest island in the United States, and 90% of the riparian timber on that island has been cut off. And you can see it. I like to get people out and look at all the miles and miles and miles of clear cuts as we go by Prince of Wales Island. And I've got a map. I didn't bring it with me. I can show you too, color coded, how much has been logged off of the largest national forest in the United States, the Tongass. It's 85 to 90% been logged off.
Is the fact that it's a national forest bring the
No, just the opposite. From the very inception of the Forest Service, their mandate has been as a middleman, a conduit between access to resources and private industry. And that they see as their primary mandate. Now, it's national parks that actually preserve them. National forest almost guarantees it's going to be exploited. At least up here. And guess what? Up here, they don't have to replant. They get an exemption. The only two national forests, the two largest in the country, are the Chugach up Prince William Sound and the Tongass here in Southeast. Both of those have an exemption to replanting. They don't have to plant one single seedling. It's pretty awful practices, and they've been getting away with murder for years because the congressional delegation in Alaska has completely prostituted itself to extractive industries, mining, fishing, timber. And I use that word prostitute deliberately. You could say sell out. I think they prostituted themselves.
Ted Stevens notorious for this.
Oh, Ted Stevens was the worst. I hated it.
Bridge to Nowhere.
I actually had a drink the day he died. I like Mark Twain said, I never wished anybody dead, but I read many an obituary with great pleasure. And his was an obituary I read with great pleasure. He was completely sold out to extractive industry. And they loved him. They made him, Alaskans made him Alaskan of the century. They love the guy. I know. Every time I go there, I have to see that. I did not like him. I didn't like him when he was alive. And I think he left a terrible legacy of development. People come to Alaska to see Alaska. If Alaskans had their way, they'd turn it into Minnesota or Texas or Massachusetts. They'd develop it. It's ours. We can do whatever we want with it. We should be able to exploit it. You can, but should you? Why kill the golden goose when you got ships full of people up here bringing tons of money just to look at it? That's all I want to do is look at it. How does that hurt? A little bit of exhaust, a little bit of stress on services in the ports. Footprint is small compared to punching in a mine, clear cutting a mountain, or stripping the oceans of their resources. I'm not neutral on this. I'm a radical, and I admit it, and I'm a lockup man, which a lot of Alaskans don't like. I think we should lock it up. Why not save a little tiny corner of the North American continent and keep it the way it should be? That's what Teddy Roosevelt said when he started the National Forest Service and the Park Service. That keep it as it is. Those were his exact words. When he saw the Grand Canyon, don't touch it. Don't touch it. And when he hiked up in the Sierras with John Muir overnight with no entourage or bodyguards. It was him and Johnny Muir up in the mountains for the night. And he came back shortly thereafter.
And then they went out
Yosemite
again, and then they came up again.
And we have that today. It's just short-sighted. And our kids and grandkids are going to be so damn mad at us. Not fighting harder for it. Nobody will ever accuse me of that. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for asking. Those are really great questions.